What's going on, guys? Welcome back to BlackTideTV. Coming at you with another late upload. I apologize for that, but it's just the way that it is. I'm going to try and make 3 or 4 uploads tomorrow to make up for the lack of double, triple uploads over the last couple of days. For a while, we were going good with the double, triple uploads, and then last few days it's been like singles and it's been kind of slow. I'm definitely going to be trying to make up for that in the future. But for today, we've got another first look at Camos episode. We're on to the Australia-New Zealand CWL Team Pack. We've already covered the North American Team Pack and the European Team Pack. Both of those will be linked in the card in the top right corner. One of them will be linked in the description down below in case you're interested in those. The first camo that we're looking at is the Excellence Team Camo, and it's one of those plainer kind of camos. It's more black and white than anything. It's kind of got a little bit of yellow trim to go with the X in Excellence for the actual team colors and the team logo. But apart from that, it's a very, very bland camo. Now, this first look camos episode is going to be a little bit shorter than the North American and European teams, just because there's not as many camos in the Australia-New Zealand team pack, which is weird. I get that there's only certain camos for each of them, but trust me, we're going to talk about this a little bit later in this video, but it makes sense that there's only certain teams that are competing from certain parts of the world. And it makes sense that when this team pack came out, there was only 5 teams that were included. And what we originally thought were, okay, so there's only like 5 major teams that are competing from Australia and New Zealand. They've since added a bunch of new camouflages, and like I said, we're going to talk about that a little bit later in this video. But for now, I just wanted to make it clear that in this video, there's only 5 Australia-New Zealand teams, whereas the North American teams and the European teams each had 6. So it's kind of a little bit of a ripoff for the people that were buying the Australia-New Zealand pack, for those people that live in Australia-New Zealand, or for those fans of the Australia-New Zealand teams that wanted to support their teams. They don't get as many camouflages. They don't get as many calling cards for the same price. It's like, it's kind of silly. Maybe this one should be cheaper. Like, you're getting less content. It should be cheaper. Doesn't make sense that it's still 500 COD points for this package. The camouflage that we've moved on to now, I believe, is MindFreak. Yeah, we're on MindFreak now, and it's kind of like a Team Envy kind of color. It's like purple and blue. It's very nice, but again, it's just wasted space. Most of it's kind of blackish, and it's just, I just don't like how they wasted. I've said it in every single team camo pack camouflage review. They just waste so much space on these camos with the black and the gray. It's just ridiculous. Like, MindFreak is like purple and blue. They could have made the camo blue, but instead they just stuck with purple. Envy on the other hand, the camo that we've moved on to now, NV, not to be mistaken with Envy from the North American teams, is bright red. It's one of the nicest camos that you're going to get, just because it's one of those camos that actually uses primary colors and actually uses colors from the teams instead of just black and gray with a little bit of trim. This camo is mostly red and it looks really good. So, as I was saying before, there have been some changes to these camo packs recently. So, where the Australia-New Zealand team pack used to have 5 camos, the North American and European packs used to have 6 camos each. All of these team packs have apparently been added to. Apparently now in the Australia-New Zealand pack there are 8 teams. They're going to be adding in 3 more. In the North American team pack there is now 9 teams, so they're adding in 3 more there. And the European team pack is going to have 10 teams, so they're adding 4 to the European pack. Now, what's strange is we've been trying to find these new camos and new calling cards, but they do not appear for people that have already purchased the camo packs. So we're trying to figure out what's going on with these right now. Clearly they just updated this in the most recent hotfix right after they put out the patch 1.16 for DLC 4. This hotfix went through, and it changed how these team packs are actually going to work. In the actual update 1.16, it took the esports pack section of the store right out, and now the esports pack is back and it has all of these added weapon camos and calling cards to each different team pack. So we're assuming that they're going to be added in eventually, but even when you go over the team packs, it tells you which teams are supposed to be in there, but the actual image for each team pack hasn't changed. They haven't added in the emblems for each of the teams that they are adding. in the actual customization menu when you go to put the camos on your gun. I don't personally own the camos, but when I scroll over to the extra section of the camo screen and I kind of hover over the team pack where it cycles through and shows you each of the camos, it's only showing the original camos that you got from each team pack, so it's not showing all of the camos yet. And Renman, who owns the camos, has not seen these new camos come onto his account yet. So maybe we're thinking once you buy it, like if you buy it now, you get all of the camos right away. Maybe they just haven't put the new camos in yet, and the people that already have the team pack haven't got the camos yet. But basically what I'm saying here is there are a bunch of new camos coming to these team packs, new camos, new calling cards, but they haven't actually hit the game yet. So when they come out, we will be covering them. I'll cover each of these in like a part 2 for each of these team pack videos. It just kind of sucks that they kind of added these out of the blue. They added them out of nowhere. It's kind of ridiculous that they waited until after the CWL event before they added any of these teams anyways. It's just very, very strange how they're going about this. This whole update 1.16 and DLC 4 installation has been like really, really glitchy with this new Lucid camo and all that stuff. Like there's just craziness is happening on this game right now. And clearly things are going downhill at Treyarch or something. Like they don't know what's going on. Like no explanation for the Lucid camo, no explanation for these new team packs, no camos actually appearing for these new team packs. Just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. The camo that we moved on to here is OrbitGG, and it's again just a wasted camo, mostly white and black. It kind of looks a lot like the Epsilon and kind of a lot like the, I think it's Team LDLC from the European team packs, just mostly white and black. Not that great. The final camo that we have here is Tainted Minds, which is one of the only green ones that we have so far. I don't know what these other teams that are coming into these team packs are going to have for colors, but Tainted Minds is the second and possibly the last green camo that we have, and it's a little bit better than Optic Gaming. Optic Gaming had black and white with a little bit of green trim, whereas this one they've actually opted for a larger green section with purple trim that goes with the Tainted Minds emblem. So it's a very nice camo. This is probably one of the better ones in the Australia-New Zealand pack. This one and Envy are two of the better ones. The rest of them are kind of a little bit wasted, but that is it for the Australia-New Zealand pack, or for the first part of the Australia-New Zealand pack. When the 3 new camos come out for this, when the 3 new ones come out for North America, and when the 4 new ones come out for Europe, I will be covering them here on the channel, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of those camouflages. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow when I'm going to be grinding out 3 or 4 videos. Probably. I'm going to try and get out a bunch of different kind of content tomorrow. We're going to do some Call of Duty stuff. I have tons of First Look Reticles that I'm so far behind on. I've got Battlefield stuff if I can get a gameplay and if the beta's even still up. And then we've also got some Titanfall 2 stuff that I've been planning for a while. So hope to see you there, and yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one.
Fight for the win. Good job, CDP. Do it again and let's go home.